All right, let's talk about something you and I use literally every single day, but maybe don't think about nearly enough: our digital identity. With all the talk about data privacy and just how powerful big tech has become, we're going to dive into a totally new approach that, well, it promises to put you back in the driver's seat.
So let's start with a really simple question. Think about it. Every time you see that little button that says sign in with Google or log in with Microsoft, and you click it, you're basically handing over the keys to a little piece of your digital life. But who actually owns that identity? The answer, as you're about to see, is not quite what you'd think.
I mean, that one-click convenience is amazing, right? We all love it. It's so easy. But hiding behind that simplicity is a system that has some pretty significant and often totally hidden risks. So let's pull back the curtain and really unpack what's going on when we use these centralized IDs. Okay, so this system really comes with three main problems. First up, you've got systemic surveillance. The company providing the login can basically see everything you do on every single site you use it for. Then there's the fact that you're giving up control. Your account can be suspended, it can be deleted, you've heard of deplatforming, and you have no say in it. And finally, you get this thing called vendor lock-in, which is just a fancy way of saying your data is kind of trapped inside their world. And you know what? This whole setup also creates this one massive security flaw. You're putting all of your eggs in one basket. Just think about it. If that single central server at Google or Microsoft gets breached, your entire digital life, across maybe dozens, even hundreds of services, is suddenly at risk. It's a huge single point of failure. So if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it takes a pretty fundamental shift in how we even think about identity online. And it's a new concept called the UIID, which stands for Universal Internet Identity. The whole idea behind UIID is that it's a personal and, this is the most important word, a decentralized identity. What does that mean? It means that unlike an ID that's stored on some company's servers somewhere, the UIID belongs exclusively 100% to you. You are the sole owner, and you are the only one in control. Let's just put it as simply as possible. A centralized ID is stored on their servers. A UID belongs to you and you alone. It's a complete flip of the script. You go from being just another user in their system to being the actual owner of your own identity. So what does this new kind of ownership actually get you? Well, it delivers on three pretty powerful promises. First, anonymity. You get to choose exactly what information you share and with who. Second is data sovereignty, which means your data is truly yours to keep. It's not a product for companies to sell. And third, you still get that seamless one login experience across the web, but this time it's completely on your terms. Now, I know this might sound kind of complex, maybe a little technical, but the way you make the switch is actually designed to be surprisingly simple. The best way to think about it is like you're crossing a bridge to a better, more user-focused, decentralized version of the internet. It's really just a simple three-step process. So first, you connect your old ID, let's say it's your Google account, just to prove you own it. Second, the system uses that confirmation to create or mint your brand new anonymous UID. And then finally, and this is the best part, you activate your privacy by permanently, and I mean permanently, disconnecting the link to that old centralized ID. Okay, so you've crossed that bridge. What does your new digital life actually look like? This is where we get to the really good stuff, the real, tangible benefits. It's a whole new era of digital freedom. And this side-by-side really makes the difference crystal clear. Look at data protection. You go from constant surveillance to true anonymity. For ownership, you go from being under some company's control to having genuine data sovereignty. And for security, you get rid of that single point of failure and replace it with a decentralized network that has no central target for hackers. I mean, in every single category, it's a massive upgrade for your personal freedom online. So what's the big takeaway here? What's the one thing to remember from all this? It really boils down to this. It's about shifting the balance of power back to where it always should have been, with you. It's your identity, on your terms and under your control. The core promise is captured perfectly right here. Your data belongs to you, it is free from censorship and account suspension. Just imagine that for a second. An online world where you don't have to constantly worry about being deplatformed and where your data is truly, without a doubt, yours. So, we've seen the problems with the way things are now, and we've seen a potential path forward. At the end of the day, your digital life belongs to you. So the only question that's really left is, are you ready to claim it?